All right, guys. I have a 2009 Yamaha V-Star. It's 1100 cc's. So a friend of mine told me about removing the baffles from it. I never heard that before, but I guess the baffles are inside the exhaust system and they help dampen and deaden the exhaust notes from the engine. And from an 1100 cc engine, I always thought this didn't sound quite like what it should. And I guess people online also seem to agree. It sounds more like a scooter, if anything. I guess those baffles really do a good job at dampening the exhaust notes. So this video, I'm going to be doing a before and after test or audio test, and also kind of showing how I'm going about removing it. So I already warmed it up. It was a cold start, so it took a little bit. I didn't want to show that on video. So so yeah, that was the before modification or removal of the baffles. It does still sound kind of nice because it is a cold start, still is getting up there. But when it is fully running, it doesn't sound as nice. But anyways, on to the next part. So I actually already had started working on it a little bit, but decided to record it before I really got it all taken apart. But I went down to Ace and just bought a 2-inch hole saw. Make sure it's like bi-metal, can cut the metal. And you kind of well, this is what it originally looks like with kind of like that cone built into it, into that the actual exhaust tip, or that's actually the baffle. And the baffle runs about maybe like, I don't know, a foot, 14, 15 inches into the exhaust pipe or tailpipe. So what you do is just grab this. I got a 2-inch one, but other people use like different sizes, like an 1.25 inches, or an inch, something like that. As long as it gets the cone out first, then it should be okay. Because there's one tack weld on the cone, the inner cone, like holding that onto the exhaust, and the back of the baffle, there's 2 more tack welds that you need to break loose. So you first take the drill, kind of get in there, just kind of square it up, and you just kind of start slowly, low RPMs, high torque, just kind of, you want to slowly machine all the metal out of there until it gets loose enough. And you can take some other pieces of tools. Like, I don't have many tools, but what you want to do is basically you want to put something in there and kind of just like, you can see, but you want to just kind of move it back and forth, up and down, side to side, everything you can possibly do. If you have a longer piece of maybe just like a longer yard iron piece of steak or something like that, a broom handle, something like that, it would be better. You want to just basically get in there, just move it as much as you can until those back welds break, and then you pull it out and it should be done. So that's the process I'm doing with you. All right, a little update to save you guys some trouble if you have it, because I was struggling for a while. So I thought I had the whole first weld done. I got the initial cone. I guess there's a final back wall behind a bunch of kind of layers. As you can see, there's these 2 layers. I got past the first one. I thought it was good, so I was really struggling, but I noticed the whole exhaust was moving as I was wiggling. I was like, huh. Decided to drill a little further after I peeled this back one, and I found there's another back wall. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's another back wall, and I drilled through that, and that finally loosened it up. And I did find out, get a tire iron, but that, as you can see, now that actual baffle is loose in the front. Now I'm just gonna spend a little time, getting way up there, wiggling it, doing everything I can until it finally breaks loose back there, and I'll pull it out. So try not to do the same mistake I did, spending a lot of energy wasted. All right, got a little update. Finally got the baffle or the welds snapped off in the back, but new problem. So as you can see, the whole thing is fully broken off, but for some reason there's some kind of like, I don't know, flange or piece of metal back there holding me, or maybe I bent the back off a little bit. I don't know what happened, but as you can see, it's stuck in there pretty well. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna address this issue yet. It's kind of annoying. I might just try working on it a bit more. Just, I don't know, maybe I can twist it in a certain way, it'll pop out, but for now, keep it like that. I'm gonna start the second one, and yeah, just go from there. All right, finally got the bottom one. Got the bottom tack welds out, but as you can see, the same problem. Something back there is just holding them in, just holding loose, both of them, totally loose, no welds on them, but just some little flange or something back there is just holding it in. So I'm going to take it somewhere else to a friend's house and do something probably don't want to do. Probably gonna have to either really tug on that hard, you know, or maybe have to do a, I don't know, some kind of cut up here, which I really don't want to do. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, so basically it's effectively off though. So here's the after test. Might be a little rattle from the metal, but as you can tell, it sounds much better. So just gotta figure out the last little bit of problem. But yeah, that's how you take off the baffle for the most part for the 2009 Yamaha V-Star 1100.